Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on November 5, 2022. Oprah Winfrey spurns Dr. Oz to endorse Fetterman in Pennsylvania Senate race. The Guardian, Oprah Winfrey endorses John Fetterman over former TV colleague Dr. Oz for Pennsylvania Senate seat. The Independent, Oprah delivers November surprise, endorses Fetterman over Oz. U.S. Nuclear Forces Chief says Ukraine, just the warm-up, for larger crisis. The Independent, U.S. military nuclear chief sounds the alarm about pace of China's nuclear weapons program. CNN, opinion, the big one is coming and the U.S. military isn't ready. The Wall Street Journal, Stratcom commander says U.S. should look to 1950s to regain competitive edge. Ukraine war, Putin allows former prisoners to be conscripted. The climate is already collapsing in Africa, but its nations have a plan. The Guardian, climate change, the effects of extreme heat on health in Africa, 4 essential reads. The Conversation, climate crisis creates perfect storm for new outbreaks in Horn of Africa. Bloomberg, rural African communities could be key part of solution. Daily Maverick, from drought to floods, climate-related health emergencies are peaking in Horn of Africa, says WHO. Russia's Wagner Group opens defense tech center in St. Petersburg. The Guardian, Russian mercenary force Wagner opens first official headquarters. Al Jazeera English, Russia's Wagner paramilitary group opens first official HQ in St. Petersburg. Euronews, Wagner mercenary group opens tech center in St. Petersburg. The Moscow Times, outspoken Putin ally Prigozhin's St. Petersburg defense tech center opens. Over 55,000 Ontario education workers strike in defiance of draconian law. The Guardian, hundreds of Ontario schools close as 55,000 education workers strike. CBC News, Canada, Ontario could fine striking education workers $4,000 a day. BBC, official under fire over draconian bill to fine workers $4,000 each day they strike. Premium Times, strike or political protest. Ontario takes education workers union to Labour board amid Friday walkout. Russia-Ukraine war at a glance, what we know on day 255 of the invasion. The Guardian, Russia-Ukraine war, list of key events, day 254. Al Jazeera English, Friday, November 4th. Russia's war on Ukraine, news and information from Ukraine. Forbes, Russia-Ukraine war at a glance, what we know on day 254 of the invasion. The Guardian, Zelensky hails UN nuclear investigation result. UK says Russia likely shooting its retreating soldiers. Tom Barrack, jury acquits top Trump aide of acting as foreign agent. BBC, Trump ally Tom Barrack acquitted of illicit UAE lobbying. Al Jazeera English, Trump ally acquitted of secretly working as foreign agent for United Arab Emirates. The Independent, live news updates from November 4th. US adds 261,000 jobs, Musk to begin Twitter layoffs. Driver, seriously injured, after being run over 3 times by own car. The Guardian, Swiss woman got out of her car, then was run over by it 3 times. Climate change, decarbonising UK public buildings to cost £25 minus 30 billion. UN nuclear inspectors shut down Russian dirty bomb claim against Ukraine. The Guardian, Ukraine's president says evidence is clear that no one in country has created dirty bombs. Anadolu Agency, English, International Atomic Energy Agency report, Foreign Secretary statement. Gov. UK, no evidence of dirty bomb in Ukraine, nuclear watchdog says. Politico Europe, Ukraine updates, Russia wants to put Ukrainians in the dark. Powerball, Lotto fever grips US for $1.6 billion world record prize. Cost of living, can Christmas lights displays survive the energy crisis? BBC, cost of living, knee Christmas light switch plans unveiled by councils. Belfast Live, one change you should make to your Christmas decorations to save money on bills. Daily Record, Fermanagh and Omar Christmas lights switch on under review after fireworks cancellation. Belfast Live, Derry Christmas lights to be turned off early amid cost of living crisis. Trump News, Live, Trump aides leak possible date for 2024 presidential campaign announcement. The Independent, U.S. midterm election 2022, Donald Trump dares Joe Biden for 2024 U.S. presidential race, English News. CNN News 18. Donald Trump teases fresh White House bid telling Republican rally I will very probably do it again. Sky News, Opinion, Democrats should NT underestimate the threat Trump poses. CNN, Donald Trump drops strong hint about 2024 U.S. presidential run, BBC News. Netanyahu begins coalition talks to form Israeli government. The Guardian, Israel's far-right religious Zionism alliance members who will gain or retain seats in parliament. Middle East Eye, Derry and Goldknopf meet, agree to cooperate after Netanyahu bloc victory. The Times of Israel, Opinion, Israel election results in troubling turn toward a liberal democracy. The Washington Post, Opinion, what a Netanyahu comeback means for Israel and the world. Ukraine war, Putin endorses evacuations from occupied Kherson. BBC, Russia-Ukraine war, at the front line of Ukraine's struggle for Kherson. BBC, Putin says civilians must be evacuated from Kherson war zone. Guardian News, Putin tells civilians to flee Kherson as Russian troops face humiliation. The Times, Russia to withdraw from Ukrainian city of Kherson, Western officials say, BBC News. Amazon tourists and Peruvians held on boat released by indigenous protesters. The Guardian, Peru tourists released from detained riverboat. BBC, why were 250 tourists held captive by an indigenous group in Peru's Amazon rainforest? The Independent, Britons among 70 boat passengers released after being held by indigenous group in Peru. Sky News, indigenous people in Peruvian Amazon detain tourists in oil spill protest. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.